The Wooden Railway Adventures of Thomas the Tank Engine, Episode 20, Troublesome Trains. One day, Derek, the packsman Diesel, was having a particularly hard time pulling a line of freight cars. He had to stop at the oil depot to fill up. The trucks were very proud of their troublesome work so far, and they started laughing. Ugh, moaned Derek. You trucks make my fuel boil. And he pulled away. Down the line at the railroad crossing, Jack pulled up to the gates. But the gates wouldn't open. Sorry, Jack, said the signalman. I don't know what's wrong. You'll have to go over the track. So Jack went over the tracks, but it was easier said than done. Just when his front wheels were off the track, his back wheels got stuck in the middle of the rails, and he couldn't budge. Oh great, said Jack, I'm stuck.
Nice work, guys. High fives all the way around.
Luckily, Butch was nearby and came to help clean up the mess. Soon, Cgiben had arrived in Winston. Ah well, trucks will be trucks, said Cgiben. Come on, Winston, let's go to Natford. Meanwhile, Molly was taking some sweets and candies to MC Bun at Natford Station.
Alright, push her now. On.
Help! Cried Molly. Molly raced around the bend and crashed right into the toy shop. Toys flew everywhere as Molly smashed out the back of the building. Luckily, no one was in the toy shop at the time, but there was more trouble to come. Norman was taking some empty freight cars and Hector to the airport. Just like Molly, the trucks pushed him out of control, and he raced into the work shed. Norman burst through the doors and smashed into Rickety. Hector, cried Norman, why didn't you help stop the trucks? Hector couldn't speak. His mouth was blocked by the wall of the shed. Cgiben and Winston were in for a nasty surprise when they arrived at Natford Station. Good grief, says Cgiben. What happened here? Why don't you ask that to these smashed up pieces of rolling stock, said Norman. I'm not smashed, shouted Rickety crossly. I did an excellent job of surviving. Thank you very much. Cgiben sighed. I'll send help as soon as I can, he said. Winston, I need to get to the yard and have a word with the other trucks. And Cgiben and Winston rolled away. When Cgiben and Winston arrived at the yard, the other trucks were laughing over the accidents that had been caused that day. Listen up, said Cgiben. Ever since you trucks were brought to my railway, you've been nothing but trouble. I don't know what made you decide to start causing accidents to innocent engines, but you need to learn to behave yourselves, or else I'll have you all scrapped.
You don't scare us, fat hack.
Cgiben just ignored them. Come on, Winston. Whoa, Winston. Early days, sir, early days. Whoa! That night, the engines at the shed started complaining about the trucks. "Stupid trucks," said Gordon. "They're nothing but trouble. They're absolutely disgraceful, disgusting, despicable." And the other engines agreed. "I really wish those trucks would know what it would feel like to be in our place," said Gator. "Yeah," says Gruff. "It ought to teach them a lesson if they knew what it would be like to be biffed and bashed and thrown off the rails." The engines then went to sleep that night and nothing more was said.